Hey, hello, integrated algebra students. Mr. Zacek here. We're talking today about basic probability and looking at the probability of two events happening at the same time. So when we have probability, a lot of times we use the capital P and then in parentheses, what we're putting inside of the parentheses is the desired outcome. So when the probability of an event occurring, something, we'll look at examples of that. It's the um, possible options divided by the total options. All right, so first today we're going to look at some with decks of cards, and in a standard deck of cards you have 52 cards, 4 suits, 13 cards in each suit. So we have 13 clubs, 13 spades, 13 hearts, and 13 diamonds. And so together there are 26 black cards, and there are 26 red cards. And then there are 4 of each card. Okay, so that's going to be helpful for us, all right, as we look at this. So find the following probability if a card is chosen from a standard deck. The probability of a queen. Well, a queen is a specific type of card, and so there are 4 out of 52 cards. The probability of a red card, well, there are hearts plus diamonds divided by 52, so that would be 26 out of 52. Or you can reduce these into 1/2. Just like 4 out of 52 will reduce to be 1 out of 13. All right. So now when you get a probability of a red queen, both of those have to occur. So we have to have a queen, but it also has to be red. And in that instance, there's only 2 out of 52, which would reduce to 1 out of 26. So, but sometimes in C, what can happen is the probability of a queen or a red card. Now, there are 4 queens, and there are how many red cards? There are 26 red cards. But we've already counted 2 of the queens here, so we have to subtract 2 from that. So in this case, it would then be 4 plus 24 over 52, which would be 26 out of 52. Or excuse me, not 26, added that wrong. 28 out of 52. Okay, so this thing here, be careful not to add sometimes in it twice. All right, so as we look at number 2, the probability of a black card or a king. Again, there are 26 black cards. There are 4 kings, but we already counted 2 of them. So really this is going to come down to 2 additional ones. So that probability is going to equal 28 out of 52. All right, we'll just do one more together. Probability of an ace or a red king. Well, there are 4 aces and there are 2 red kings. And they don't overlap there, so 4 plus 2 is 6 out of 52. And then again, in all of those, we could reduce them. All right, so a fair dice is rolled. The fair die is rolled. On a die, you have 6-sided dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Find the probability that the number rolled is greater than 1 and even. So probability that the number is greater than 1 and even. That probability is, well, how many are greater than 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even 2, 4, and 6. That's 3 out of 6, or we could write that as 1/2. Okay? So, when 2 or more events occur, what is the probability of tossing 3 coins and getting 2 heads and a tail in that order? All right, now before what we did is we would do a tree diagram, and we could do a tree diagram in this instance. We could say, okay, you've got your first toss could be heads or tails, and then off of there it could be heads or tails, and then off of each one of those we can draw, this to get all of the options of what can occur. And what is the probability of tossing 3 coins and getting 2 heads and a tail in that order? So the only path where that happens is here, here, and here. So there's only one pathway out of the 8 total pathways. Well, we don't have to draw that tree diagram to figure it out. What we can do is multiply that first probability. The probability of getting a head the first time is 1 out of 2. The second time is 1 out of 2. And the third time is 1 out of 2. And we multiply those together. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And there's our probability in that instance. Okay? So after school, I decided to get a sundae. I have choice of 5 flavors and 2 toppings. How many different sundaes do I have to choose from? Again, this is back to the counting principle. You take 5 sundaes times 2. You have 10 options. Okay? So the next ones get into some tree diagrams and some other type of things, which are some stuff that we've already talked about. So I think that you can get those there, and we'll take a look a little bit more at this tomorrow. But that's a good start for us with probability. All righty. Goodbye.